Additional costs are additional amounts that vendors often charge when receiving items, such as shipping or handling fees. Here's one for air freight. For each additional cost, enter a unique code and description. If multi-currency is selected, enter the currency where this charge is allowed. If a vendor number is entered when the additional cost is added, it indicates that it is only available for the assigned vendor. Possibly a special handling charge or customs fee might qualify for only a particular vendor. Leaving the vendor field blank indicates the additional cost can be assigned to any vendor attached to the currency. Additional costs can be assigned a default amount. However, if the amount constantly changes, like shipping and handling charges typically do, it might be better to leave this field blank. This way, the correct amount is more inclined to be entered when the default is 0, rather than potentially leaving the wrong default amount. Next, select how the additional cost is to be prorated. No proration indicates that the additional cost is directly expensed to the expense account here. Prorate by quantity indicates that the amount is prorated equally among all the items that are received. Prorate by cost bases the additional cost amount by the cost of each item. Therefore, if one item being received cost $10 and the other cost $90, any additional cost entered is split 1/10, 9/10. You can also prorate additional costs by the weight of an item. And finally, prorate manually. Selecting this option allows you to determine the exact proration amount upon receiving the items. If the proration method is based on cost, quantity, or weight, select the return proration method. The return proration method indicates what to do with any allocated additional cost if the item is subsequently returned to the vendor. In other words, what do you want to do with any additional cost amount that was allocated? Leave instructs Accpac to leave any allocated cost with the item number and factor that cost into the other items. Where prorate instructs Accpac to take the allocated cost amount for the item being returned and reallocate it to the other items on the original receipt. Expense instructs Accpac to take the allocated cost amount and directly expense it to the related expense account. When performing a return, you can override the account specified here. In the Taxes section at the bottom of the window, enter any tax authority where tax is factored in the price of the additional cost. The tax is removed if the item is returned. You should also specify the appropriate tax class code corresponding to the tax authority.
Let's take a look at email messages.